If you want to repeat a part in your Studio One song over and over again, for example because you're editing vocals or if you're programming a drum fill, then your tool of choice is the loop range. Here's how it works. Just click and drag here above the timeline to select the loop range. And now turn on loop so that the loop range turns blue, and then start playback to listen to that part on loop. But as usual, there are some more features to work with the loop range that you might not know yet. So here are 5 loop range tricks that might be useful for you. First, if you want to change only the loop start but not the loop end, of course you can drag the beginning of the loop range, but what is even easier is that you can just hold down Ctrl or Command on Mac and then just click to set the new loop start. That's pretty useful if you want to change your loop range quickly. And the same works if you hold Alt, that's Option on Mac, and click to set the loop end. People sometimes complain on social media that you can't move the loop range and that you have to draw it again every time instead. But that's not true at all. Again, by holding down Ctrl or Command, you can actually move the loop range around just as you want. And as with all editing operations in Studio One, if snapping is enabled, the loop range snaps according to the current snap settings. And if you turn it off, you can move it freely. Tip number 3. To turn looping on or off, you don't need to click here below. What you can do instead is just double-click the loop range, so you really don't need a lot of mouse movement here just to turn it on or off. You just need to make sure that you really only double-click and don't move the mouse, otherwise you're going to draw a new loop range. If you want to quickly set the loop range to a certain part of your song, or for example, if you're editing this event here, you can just press Shift+P to loop this selection. You can also press P without Shift, but then it will always select the whole bar. So the loop range will essentially snap to the whole bar. So if I select this event here that does not start and end exactly on the bar line, but I want to always hear full bars, then I only need to press P to get a loop that makes a bit more sense musically. And of course, the same works if you select notes here in the editor. Again, P for the whole bar, or Shift+P for the exact selection. Tip number 5. With the num1 key on the numpad of your keyboard, you can always jump to the loop start. So if you have set your loop range, but you are somewhere else in the song and maybe you have zoomed in so that it's just too tedious to manually find the loop range, so then just press the num1 key to locate the start of the loop range. There's also a play from loop start command that you can find in the keyboard shortcuts. So if I assign this to a key on my keyboard, then I can always start playback from the loop start. Also very useful when I'm inside of the loop and I just want to restart. Okay, while we are at it, here's one more tip. There are 2 commands, again in the keyboard shortcuts, that allow you to shift the loop range. You can assign these 2 keys on your keyboard, or in my case, I've made a whole toolbar for transcribing songs, and here I've added 2 buttons for the shift commands. And with these buttons, I can quickly shift my loop range around. Let's say we are working on the first 2 bars of our song, and then we want to go to the next 2 bars, and so forth. And this I can easily do with these 2 buttons. And if you like to learn more about how to create your own toolbar with exactly the Studio One functions that you need for a certain task, then please check out my macro toolbar video. It's a pretty detailed video that covers everything you need to know to work with macros in Studio One. So that's it for today. Please hit the like button if you like the video, and please subscribe if you like to subscribe and support my channel, and if you don't want to miss new Studio One videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.